Hello, hello, hello. It is 2024. I am so excited to start this year and just see what 2024 can bring for me. Last year, if you watch my channel, if you saw how this channel kind of started, I started last year, 2023, by doing the Whole30 challenge. So Whole30 challenge, just quick overview, is pretty much just about eating as clean as possible. So it's no artificial ingredients, no added sugars. You're very conscious of the labels that you read. It's not about counting anything. It's not about stepping on the scale. It's not about that at all. I loved the Whole30 challenge. If you have ever thought about it, I highly suggest doing it. If you don't know what it is, I highly suggest watching my videos and doing a little research yourself, because I think it's absolutely awesome. You can do it any time of the year. It's a 30-day program, and I really think that it is what jump-started kind of my whole health and fitness and mindset path this past year. It's definitely what catapulted me into not drinking for the entire year. You can't drink for those 30 days, and I ended up not drinking for the entire year. So when I was thinking about the start of 2024, I kind of thought that I would do Whole30 again, and then I was like, you know what? Let's up the ante a little bit. So this year, I am going to be doing Hard 75. Okay, this kind of takes Whole30 to the next level. So Hard 75 obviously lasts for 75 days. That is 2.5 months. Now, I think this is really cool for me, and kind of I think it fits so perfectly. So 2.5 months from now, from the start of 2024, all of my bestie girlfriends are coming up to Chicago for St. Patrick's Day. So Hard 75 will literally finish the day that they arrive. I mean, that's perfect. Meant to be, okay? So the whole start of this year up until they come is going to be focus, mental, physical toughness. That is what Hard 75 is about. It is a mental and physical toughness challenge. So rule number 1 of Hard 75 is to follow a nutrition plan of your choice. No alcohol and no cheat days. Okay, well, obviously, I was like, I'm gonna do Whole30, right? But Whole30 is intense. It honestly took a lot of planning. It took a lot of thought process. It cost me a little more than I wanted it to. Not that it has to. I have Whole30 on a budget videos, but I wanted to, since there's so many different things going on in Hard 75, I didn't want to bite off more than I could chew. So nutrition plan wise, what I am going to be focusing on is no added sugars. Y'all, I need to do a hardcore sugar detox after the holidays, really just the latter half of 2023. I was eating far too much sugar. I have always said that I've been addicted to sugar. I've always said that sugar has been an ultimate problem for me. And when I cut it out last year doing Whole30, I actually felt physical changes because of that. So that is what my nutrition plan is going to focus on for Hard 75, is no added sugars of any kind. Obviously, I'm going to be focusing on eating whole foods, healthy foods, protein-packed foods. This is a big physical challenge. I'm really trying to put on some muscle during this challenge. So a well-rounded diet is my goal. My main focus is going to be no added sugars. I have not drank in the last year. I do not plan to drink this entire year again. So no alcohol is not going to be overly difficult for me. But I will talk about this in my 2024 goals video. In lieu of no alcohol not being that great of a challenge for me, I am going to go 100 completely % sober. Okay? So no alcohol for me means 100% no sober, no nicotine, no weed, no nothing like that. Okay? 100% sober, no added sugars, no cheat meals. That's rule number 1 for me for Hard 75. Now, rule number 2 is, I think this is what's maybe been the scariest part of Hard 75 for me ever since I first heard about it. 2 45-minute workouts every day, and one must be outside. All right, so being realistic here, I can do 2 45 minutes of workout a day. It's gonna be tough. I'm gonna have to wake up early. I'm gonna have to really push myself. I think the hardest part of 2 45-minute workouts a day is going to be, for me, the days that I have to go into the office. By the time I'm done with work on an office day, I'm usually absolutely wiped. I've talked to people all day long. I've had to be outside of my apartment. I feel bad for leaving Louis all day. Like, I'm just done usually on office days. But that's part of this challenge, no cheat days. So 2 45-minute workouts every day. So 2 a days for 75 days. That's intense, okay? It's intense. Now I've done a lot of like reading and stuff on Hard 75, and obviously like going too intensely for too long, your body does need rest and relaxation. So a long walk with Louis for 45 minutes can count, just being, getting outside, moving my body for 45 minutes twice a day. I am going to try to go to my yoga classes in the morning to count as my first 45-minute workout. And then at night, I am going to either weight train or rock climb at my gym, kind of alternate those. And then on the weekends, I'm going to chill it out a little bit and have my walks with Louis count as my second 45-minute workout. Because my body has always, everyone's body needs recovery, especially when I'm trying to build muscle. So I am going to be conscious of that and take my weekends for what they are. And it will also, get me out with Louis even when it's nice and gloomy outside. So 2 45-minute workouts every day for 75 days. The caveat of one must be outside. Obviously I have to walk Louis outside, but y'all, I'm going to be doing this challenge. I live in Chicago, okay? I'm gonna be doing this challenge during January, February, and the first half of March. These are without a doubt the coldest times in the city of Chicago. So as much as I want for one of my 2 45-minute workouts to be outside every single day, I just don't know that that is realistic given where I live and the time frame that I'm doing this, and that is okay. I think it's okay to be realistic about your life. I think as long as you're sticking to the premise of every rule, then it's okay. So rule number 3 is drink 1 gallon of water per day. So this bad boy helps to make all of that possible. I drink like 4 or 5 of these a day. Let's see, this is a 40 ounce. So let's see how many ounces are in a gallon. I actually don't know that. How many ounces in a gallon? There are 128 fluid ounces in a gallon. So 128 divided by 40, 3.2. Okay, so I need to drink a little over 3 of these a day to get in my 1 gallon of water. I don't think that should be terribly difficult. I do know that there are some days that I'm better about it than others. So I think just making sure that I'm conscious about it every single day. But I feel like I easily go through 3 of those a day. Having a big water bottle like this and one that you think is cute and that you want to carry around with you makes that easier. It makes it easier to get your water in. I will say, I started really caring about my water bottles a couple years ago, and it actually made me drink more water. This is the Simple Modern brand from Amazon. Absolutely love this bottle. It's so good, so big, but not too big. So yeah, 3.2 of these I will need to drink every single day to get in my 1 gallon of water. So that's rule number 3. I think it's obtainable. I think it's doable. Rule number 4 is read 10 pages of a nonfiction personal development focused book. All right, so I am a huge personal development book girly. I have read so many over the years. My dad gives me personal development books every single year for Christmas. I got 2 new ones this year for Christmas. I'm a big personal development book girl, and I'm actually doing Hard 75 with a friend of mine, with my bestie gal that I've talked about before on the channel here in Chicago. We're doing this together. So for this reading portion of the challenge, obviously I will have to read my pages every day on my own, but then we are going to book club it every single week too, and get together, just kind of, you know, talk about what we read this week and what our thoughts are on it. We haven't nailed down a book yet. We've both been out of town and just crazy with the holidays, so we're gonna nail that down this weekend. Probably one of the big bestsellers. I've read a number of them, but we'll find one that we haven't read before, and that is what we're gonna do. I am really excited about this because reading is something that's easy for me to get out of whack with and like not be on routine with, but I do find that I sleep better when I read before bed instead of watching TV before bed. So I'm excited that this will force me to read to go to sleep instead of watch to go to sleep. And then rule number 5 for Hard 75, this is the final rule, is to take a progress picture every single day. I love doing this. I think it's so fun at the end of a challenge. I did it for Whole30 to take a look at before and after, and I love that this makes you take a picture every single day, because if you do a real quick like boo, 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 and like every picture back to back to back to back and like make a video of it, the progress is always so satisfying. It's so satisfying. I think for me, physically, what my goals are in this challenge is, I like my body right now. I'm happy with my body right now, but I want to put on a little bit more muscle. I want to get a little bit more muscle definition. I know a huge deterrent for this for me is just my diet. I know that when it comes to putting on muscle for me, it is all about what I eat. And so I'm gonna be very conscious of the diet that I'm doing and the protein that I'm consuming and the macros that I'm consuming, and just really try to put some muscle on my body. I think this is exciting because it is gonna be, you know, this is gonna be ending right when spring's starting and we're starting to shed the layers clothes-wise. So I'm hoping to be in really insanely good shape by the time this is all done. So yeah, those are the 5 rules of Hard 75 that I'm going to be following for the next 75 days. Nutrition plan of my choice, no alcohol and no cheating, 2 45-minute workouts every single day, 1 gallon of water every day, 10 pages of a non-fictional personal development book, and take a progress picture every single day. I have never done Hard 75 before, and I am really excited. I think it's gonna be difficult. I think it's called Hard 75 for a reason. And so I'm excited to challenge myself and jumpstart my year this way and just get the year off on a good start.